So let's actually get started with introduction.
Welcome back to episode 8 of Vaabs podcast. Vaabs. I am your Vaab controller. Someone dying.
Leo!
It sounds like he's speaking English. No, it's calm. It's exciting.
Alrighty! Back in it again.
Once again, back in it.
Episode numero 8.
This is 9, isn't it?
Nah, 8.
18. Hectic. As you can tell, we are well versed in every language. Let's count up to 5 in Spanish.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro,
Cinco.
cinco.
Yes, boo.
Actually, I can't do that.
Sis.
Okay, no one likes a show off, buddy. Jeez, like. Alrighty.
Yeah, boo.
So, Lebs, there's a bit of a wedge between us here. I'm hoping this isn't
Indicative of our current situation with one
I
another.
just noticed it now.
What's the wedge? The pillow.
Yeah. For audio listeners, you may notice that I'm not using a great camera this time.
This guy is such a bitch, dude. He was like, okay, fine, give me the cock one, but I'm gonna speak about it.
I'm a bitch the entire episode.
Oh my
We have not
goodness.
done the introduction, so
Yes,
let's actually get started with the introduction.
Welcome back to episode 8 of Vaabs podcast. Vaabs. I am your Vaab controller. Someone dying.
Leo!
Is he crying? Oh, why?
His mom's not here.
It sounds like he's speaking English. I love how this guy thinks he's involved in the edit. Dill's like, I control the final edit.
Please, for the love of God, cut that. People are going to think I'm abusing my animals. They just have anxiety.
That's fair. We can talk about animal anxiety if you want. Anyway, I'm joined here today with, I want to say, Vaabs Master Dave, but clearly Animal Tamer Dave over here.
They call me the dog whisperer.
The dog whisperer, David D. Behind the camera, as always, we have our certified Vaabs controller. Shout out. He's not looking at me. Shout out.
Does not care.
Big Dylan, what are you saying?
What up, everybody?
Yes, boy.
What's good?
Love that from you. Always such great contributions coming from the back. How you doing, Dave?
I be here these days.
What does that even mean?
I still don't know. I've been saying it a lot recently, and
Would you just tell people that you're here?
yeah, it's like, how you doing? Yeah, I'm here.
And they're like, no shit, Dave.
I'm alive.
We can't assume.
It's hot.
Yeah.
That's
like,
about it.
it's hot. That's all
It's been insanely hot, but hey, summer's in full swing, y'all.
Yeah, Davey's starting to feel summer.
Wear your swimming costumes.
I'm already in mine, man.
I
Speedo
will
and all.
never wear shorts, just for anyone wondering.
Summer's in full swing.
Summer's in full swing. Yeah, we don't have technical difficulties. Wearing costumes, not wearing shorts.
When you said costumes, I was like, what? You wear your Halloween costume out? Now, how's that?
Constantly.
Speaking of what we were speaking about on the last episode, I checked Power Ranger outfits and we're gonna be in a storm, I can't lie.
Why?
Because they're either trash, expensive, or you have to rent it. And I don't trust rentals.
Yeah, see, my biggest problem, I remember in grade 7, I wanted to go as a stormtrooper when I was in grade 7. And for me, I thought they gave studio quality costumes to anyone. And then when I saw what I was gonna get, I was like, I don't
Yeah.
want to do that anymore.
That's the thing, dude. Is like sometimes I'll see like an outfit and I'm like, this would be cool if I knew it wasn't gonna look like disgusting spandex and gross. I don't know what. Like I don't trust the quality, especially because all so the Power Ranger outfits I found are all like Spider-Man masks, where it's like you have to throw it over your head, and it's not like a, what do you call it, a helmet.
Yeah.
And it
It's
looks
fabric.
disgusting, the fabric. So I just
And you're
wouldn't wear
renting
it.
it.
And you're renting it.
And
Someone's
with
mouth.
COVID these days.
Bro, I wonder if that industry, it probably was affected because obviously no more parties, but I wonder if just in terms of the fact that it's COVID, even now that parties are allowed, people are like, I would rather not rent an outfit.
Yeah, that's a good point. Probably
There's a lot of
losing
subliminal stuff that comes with COVID that I don't think you realize.
Mm.
Like you'll just be like, oh, I'd rather not do that because of COVID kind of thing.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
definitely assuming people sticking masks in their mouth was a subconscious no-no.
Yeah. I also check Spider-Man outfits, but I don't know your measurements because I wouldn't want to dress as Spider-Man. You can dress as him. Or we just go as 3 Spider-Man.
Three
Into the
different
Spid-
Spider-Man.
into
Yeah,
the
3 different
Spider-Verse.
Spider-Man.
And then we do that like legendary photo.
we all pointing at each other. That would be elite, bro.
I like
On this
that.
topic, can I ask, what are your like top? What do you like from what you've seen? What are your top Halloween costumes that you've seen other people do?
I've always had an idea.
Yes,
This isn't much of like I've seen other people do it, but I remember when I was younger, there was a C3PO mask. But it was just a mask, and I was like, it would be hella cool to put like a hood, like a robe over
like
C3PO,
yeah.
and he's just like some
like you're playing
weird
Lego
ass-
Star Wars and he's a Sith. Because you know how in Lego Star Wars you could put things on top of people? I used to make C3PO a Sith often. Red lightsaber.
red light, green light, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Dude, on the subject of, I love it, we didn't even answer my question, but on the subject of Lego,
Yeah.
oh my shattered nerves, I love the shit. I wish
You
I could
love
afford
Legos?
it, bro.
I
Yeah, dude.
They never tell you as a kid how expensive Lego is. They really
Yeah,
be saying,
very true.
yeah, you will get you Lego for Christmas. Meanwhile, it's bankrupting your parents.
I
They're
don't
taking
think
out
it was-
4 loans.
I don't
You
think it was
can-
as expensive when we were kids, though.
I also
No,
don't. I
it-
feel like it's been.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like it
I think
was.
it picked up, especially with the movies. And think about it, you can't buy a box or a tub of Legos anymore.
Ooh.
It's always like you have to build something with the Lego.
Remember Bionicles?
Oh yeah, of course I remember.
Woo!
Bionicles, bro.
Every Christmas, it was get the red Bionicle for Dave. He'll love you forever.
Why always
Oh,
red,
gosh.
eh? You
I don't.
obsessed with
My
red.
favorite color was red when I was younger.
It's mad, eh?
Oh, that's cool.
Me being colorblind, there was probably a blue Bionicle. The whole time.
Shout out the parents, because the red one was definitely more expensive than the rest. They weren't line priced.
That honestly doesn't make sense to me though, because the Lego thing, because it's literally plastic.
Yeah.
How is it that much?
I want to watch one of those toy documentaries because I saw the one about My Little Ponies and how it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry, like just selling the My Little Pony dolls, like back in the day. And I'm like, that's so cool to think that like the series is called The Toys We Grew Up With, and it's on Netflix, and it literally like shows how much like they would. How much it would spike when they would like do a movie or something like that, and how many people were like not even fans of the show but would collect them as collectible items, and how they would release like different rare ponies and stuff like that. So I feel like that would be a cool one to watch about Lego, like the boom in Lego, because it wasn't always super huge.
I'm sure there is one, bro. There must be.
100%.
mean,
Bro,
it's
and then
been
when you
around
get
forever.
involved in like the mechanical Lego and where you can make like those gear shifters and
Yeah.
ratios.
Dude.
Oh,
Did you ever watch that like Robot Wars, where people would build robots and then have the remote controls and then just bite each other?
Yeah.
That shit was what I wanted to get involved in, bro. That stuff seemed cool, Av.
things were so much better when we were kids.
Yeah, 100. Dude, things were more exciting. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just old now.
I was gonna say, you know, in the collectible thing on my pony thing that you're talking about.
Yeah.
I feel like this is where NFTs are now. Like
Hmm.
we definitely gonna speak.
I don't know a lot about that
Every fucking day, if Dill can bring up NFTs, he will do it.
I love them, bro. We'll
I think
see
you
how it
you
goes.
love the idea of it because it's just
Yeah.
unfathomable.
I like that. I like it because the practical thing for gaming. That's where I. Really
Could you
like
explain to the guests what an NFT is?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a non-fungible token.
Is it not Is it
No,
like?
it's fungible. I
You
also didn't know what the word meant, and it actually has a meaning.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Check it too, eh?
And
Oh,
what's
sorry.
fungible?
What's the Bitcoin on these days, eh, Bill?
I'm gonna have to get onto Google for that one. But yeah, so NFT is basically like a electronic or digital file that is typically unique, and it's registered on the blockchain. The blockchain being encrypted. Don't yawn. Who yawned? Huh? It's registered on the blockchain. The blockchain is an encrypted network that is very impenetrable because of the amount of times that things are duplicated in each transaction, and therefore NFT cannot be duplicated or stolen or yeah. So it's an original thing. It's like owning a physical toy, but it's just in digital format. So they go for billions of dollars, bro.
Yeah, I know the industry behind it is popping right now, but I have no idea why. But it must be the collectible thing. Like, the second you make something exclusive, its value pipes up, which is really the dumbest shit.
Which is why when you drop merch, we're dropping one shirt.
One shit.
One shirt.
Facts.
Whoever
And
gets it, limited
there's
edition.
no price, it's bidding.
That's actually a dope idea because you know.
I'm not trying to rob the fans.
Hear me out. You know, like NYE. It's
Yeah.
like I forgot what it stands for, but it's like
New Year's Eve.
no man. There's a shop. I don't know if you know what it's called NYE. It's like young. It's like young fashion designers.
YDE.
YDE. Young.
Yeah,
designers?
young, not N for what, not N for young, Y for young.
Sorry. Okay, so that's why I said NYE.
Young Designers Emporium.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So there's only like one of each item, and
Yeah,
it's flipping cool.
it's
And
like
you go there knowing that no one else is ever gonna have a piece of that item.
Well, I
think
mean,
that'd be
yeah,
dope.
less.
right,
so.
yeah. Not
Yeah,
like,
like there's a
one.
couple.
yeah, it's like
It's not
it's like
it's
a
just
batch
one, but
made.
yeah, 100%. You know, they like partner with Truworths now. So if you go into Truworths and Fourways Mall, you'll find a YDE inside there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They have really
didn't
nice
know
stuff. It just never fits me. Like, I always get there when all the nice stuff is sold out. It's very weird.
I've
I'm
never
upset.
seen it there.
It's inside. Like, you wouldn't see it unless you were inside the store, which is weird.
There's the one in Santon, just by itself.
Usually one of Foy's Mall as well.
That's pretty cool. What? Didn't I just say that it was at Foy's Mall?
I'm so sorry. My brain
What the
skipped.
fuck is happening? Alrighty,
Yeah.
we've spoken enough.
Do you not want me to carry on about
Nah,
NFTs?
Dave-
I'm so busy.
Sorry, I'm busy that day. Yo. That Dave's excited.
For the vibe checks
I
today,
believe
this week's vibe checks, I would say are quite fitness inspired because what is the powerlifting IPF Worlds just happened, which for those who don't know, it's the International Powerlifting Federation, and the Mr. Olympia just happened, both the same weekend, or Friday,
No.
Saturday kind of thing, Thursday.
IPF was last week.
Oh, am I going crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a week within one
Well-
another, though.
1 week.
Yeah.
So yeah, quite a fitness inspired
Inspired
vibe check.
vibe check. Dave, for the people at home, and you knew it was coming, who don't know what vibe check is, you want to give them a quick rundown of what we do here at Vaabs Podcast.
Vibe check equals I tell Lebs things, he gives me opinions. We elaborate if we want to. Bad vibe, good vibes, great vibes.
Result. You've really worked it down to a science.
It's easy these days. Anyone hasn't seen this previous episode, they're gonna be like, what the fuck is happening? But for you true fans, you know what's up. Alrighty, Lebs. First vibe check. So this is when I was gonna speak to you about it now, but I didn't want to ruin it for the pod.
Yeah.
But first one is failing a PR, and then in brackets as well, or just failing at a weight that you normally can do.
At Worlds or?
No. You when did you go to?
Well, I'm
When-
about to go to Worlds. I'm gonna start fucking putting on so much weight on the bar that it's gonna shock you.
Ooh,
On my life.
I'm so
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, on the pod. it's
Alhamdulillah, I'm about to go crazy.
really- I can't remember what I have to say to that.
I don't even want to try say it, bro. It's good vibes depending on your mentality. It reminds you that you're human, but at the same time, it can also discourage you into trying to lift that weight again. So, Dave and I, if you guys didn't know this, bench press sometimes.
Oh, fuck.
Some would say
Jesus,
often.
don't say
I wasn't going to tell that story until you said that. Now I feel like we can work it in. But we used to bench like 100 like it was an actual feat. Like we'd get to 100 kgs and be chuffed if it came up. Like it was
Yeah.
a big thing. And I don't know why we kept on putting that in our minds. So one day, after successfully doing hundreds, like a bunch of times in our training career together. I rack the bar. Davey's like, all right, let's go, let's get it. Davey fucking lifts off the hundo to me, yeah.
Much.
Then the bar comes down and I'm trying to get it up. Dave's like, oh no, and yeah, I'm trying to get it up, and I'm like, yeah, no, you know when you hit that point, that halfway point where you're like, either it goes through or it comes down. I could feel it coming down, and Davey, the spot that he is, sees me shaking my head. Like, no, it's not coming up. And then proceeds to try to help me lift it up. Fails, but doesn't fail. It was the maddest thing because he touches the bar, then runs away, and I'm like, where the fuck did he go? Did he not see that I'm dying? And then some random guy comes out of nowhere to try and like help take the weight off.
Yeah, we do a double.
And then I see Dave run to the other side of the weight as if he ran to get help, couldn't find anyone, and then came back. And then he tries to rip the weight off as well from the hundo. And it's so crazy to me because at the end of the day, like if it ends up on my chest, I'm just rolling it down. But Dave was like, Libs is gonna die. Libs is gonna die here today
I've
because
killed
of
my
me.
friend.
And it's literally, I love telling the story because it's like every spotter's worst nightmare is what you went through.
Because it's 100. Like this is, I mean, it was like 3 years back.
Yeah, 3 years or 2
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
So
No,
I mean,
def 3 years.
Yeah, so it's like I wasn't as strong as I was then, and I was just like, this is it. Like I can't deadlift. I didn't even deadlift at the time. Now I must now rip this weight when you can't even put the strength there because you. Like, there's a reason you asked me to be there. It's because you can't do it. Like, not that you can't do it, but you need help with it.
100%.
Oh, and then I was just like, I can't do this. And then I got off, and then my first reaction when the guy was like, cool, we'll just lift it back on. I was like, sick. Throw the weights off. And then he was like, he stopped. He was like, I was like, oh, yeah, you're smart. Let me just grab the bar and put it back there.
Oh, yeah. But that was terrifying. But it was funny, though. Because in my, like, hyped up state, I genuinely didn't even think I would roll it down to my weight. Like, I was just going to let it chill on my chest. Because I was like, Dave just ran. And I'm alone.
Yeah, for me, the worst is hearing, like, you said something as you dropped it and you brought it back up. And then I tried to grab it, didn't grab it. As I left, you're just like, what? Like, you're just confused. You're like, what? And I was like, as I was there, I was like, well, he can't. It's not like he chases after me. It's fine. Let me go help him.
Oh yeah, but I haven't failed anything in a while. The only thing, like I'm not talking. I thought a fly landed on my tea. No, I haven't failed a PR in a while, which I'm very happy about. But I haven't been obviously doing a lot of PRs with the programs that we've been doing. But I feel like back in the day, so when I failed that 100, I couldn't lift 100 for a while after that, which is crazy.
Mental game.
Exactly. It messed up my mental game so much. And it was just so weird to me that could affect it. But nowadays, I see people in the gym fail all the time. Like, I'll fail at the end of sets, like, often. And I have to keep reminding myself, like, your body's just fatigued. You've been training hectically. Like, it's not your actual strength. It's just your endurance at this point. So just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be fine. And I think that's the number one thing powerlifting has taught me is trusting the process. Because I could get angry and want to PR every single day or like not want to do certain workouts because I'm like, how's this going to help me? But at the end of the day, I trust the team and the process and the people like coaching me so much that I'm just like, oh wait, hands off the wheel. If you say like, I'm a deadlifter, dangerous amount by the end of the year, I have 100% faith in you. And I feel like that's what you need.
No.
100%.
That's fair as hell.
What's a PR again?
Personal record. Basically like your big weight there. So
it'll be like a 1 rep max or like 5 reps of 100 on something or something you've never done before is basically a PR.
So the reason I asked was yesterday I went to the gym.
There's always a fucking reason.
And yesterday I was doing my 5 reps of 100 on bench. And it's usually fine. I do about 5 reps, 3 sets.
Please, can I just take you away? I'm so sorry, man. Deep what you just said, hey?
Yeah,
5 reps of 100 on bench.
And 3 sets.
Do you understand, bro?
Back from where we came from.
Back from the day, bro. Back from racking 100.
Dropping it on your chest. Oh,
That is
splitting my kidney trying to
insane
lift
to
that
me, dude.
100. Yeah.
Facts.
So I went do the first set. It was fine. Then the second set comes. I do 1, I do 2, I do 3, and I do 4. I bring it up, and I was gonna bring it. I was like, let me just hold it here for a bit. So I hold it there for a lot longer than I usually hold it for. And you know, in your mind, when it's the thing of just rack it, like just rack it, you're fine. Like rack it, don't stress. It's just a 1 rep.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to push it. That was there, and then it was like, yeah, but don't stress. Just lift it.
Oh gosh.
So I drop it down, and I go, and it gets to that point where it's like, and it just isn't coming up.
Dude,
and it's like,
for those of you who don't lift, literally, when you're trying to hit a PR, there's an imaginary wall that exists, and if
but
you
very
make it
very physical.
very, very physical, but very, very like a point where it just stops, like you're not getting any more gain whatsoever,
Oh god.
and it's like what you do in the next few seconds determines whether or not that thing pushes through, or whether or not it's going straight back down.
Yeah, so I literally managed to get it like just above the first rack spot. So I managed just to get it there, drop it, and like in like my loudest voice, I got earphones, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ! And then this guy just turns to me, he's like, "You okay, buddy?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm okay." Then my dumbass was like, "Oh, sick. Let me just deadlift this thing back onto the rack," and I'm now fully fatigued, so I'm like struggling. Yeah, everyone's like, "This guy's a loser." Oh, it was just a shit time.
It's 100
Then the guy was like, "Oh, come, let me spot you. Like, let's do your reps." I'm like, "Bro, I don't want to do this. Like, leave me alone."
Bro, that was my last set. I love it when somebody tries to offer you help. It's always like, nah, dude, that was my last set. Like, it's calm, I'm done now.
No, he made me do another 5 reps.
Oh, did I? And did he have to spot you?
Yeah, in the last one.
Oh.
Again, the 4th one, Brandon is dodgy, man.
You know what I sometimes find with like certain mental gaps? It's like, if you were doing 6, would you have been stopped? You know what I mean? Like if it was 6 reps, would you?
Would I have been stopped on 5 or 6?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't fucking say that to me, because then I will now. I'll just go 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because then I'll never have to stop.
PD always does this thing in a gym where he always says like 1 for the fans or like 1 for the girls. And he'll do an extra rep on top of whatever we're doing. And I never understand it. I'm like, you're dumb. Like, stop it. Like, just please. But like, sometimes it's good because it's that mental thing of like, oh, I can only do 12 reps. And then you just bang out another one just for the sake of doing it. And proving to yourself. For the fans, bro.
I'm going to do that now.
Also for the haters. Because you know you always got haters in the gym, bro.
I'm apparently doing 6 reps every fucking time.
1 for the fans and 1 for the haters.
You know what that reminds me of? I watched Austin Powers the other day. The third one, Gold. I actually watched all 3 of them. I don't know why I'm playing, but the third one, he is like Dr. Evil. He's like in the prison, and he's got like a corona, and he's like, yeah, we're about to wrap now, and he's like, 1 for the homies. Tips over the corona to the ground.
Pour one out, son.
Pour your gym water there.
Pour out the pre-workout on the floor, and the guy just swept. He's like, guys, please. Oh gosh.
And also then next I've checked, stays quite involved in that culture of missing benches and feeling bad. Vibe check on commercial gyms.
They don't want to hear what I have to say about commercial
Because I've been
gyms.
seeing like so much stuff around, like it's so weird. Like in the past like 3 days, I just saw so much stuff about like commercial gyms where people getting shouted at for not wearing their shirt, and just like how wild commercial gyms can get.
That's so weird to me.
There's this video, it just came out like yesterday on like Lad Bible and stuff, but this guy is across the gym. This guy takes off his shirt because he's filming a video and he's doing like a back workout. The guy's like swearing, he's like, "You're such a weirdo, man, like what are you doing?" And then he calls him gay by the end of it. And it's just like, what is happening here? But it was at a Planet Fitness in America, and you know those Planet Fitnesses are wild.
Yeah,
but it's just
so
like
weird.
such a weird thing to get angry at someone for taking their shirt off.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's like, it wasn't the whole like concept behind creating those like string vests and stuff so that they could, like gym guys could wear.
Yeah, it's a loophole.
Pretty much, yeah.
possible, but
100%.
still,
And that would still be fine. But if you took your shirt off, that's when it's no bueno.
it doesn't make sense to me. Like you paying for the gym first of all, and also you going there to train. Like it's for yourself.
No.
Like surely let me like just take off my damn shirt.
And I understand like all the like intimidation things, and it's like, but in the gym, it should be a place where you're the most comfortable, and someone taking their shirt off shouldn't make you more uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like that. Maybe that's
You know, I just thought of someone's gonna go like cause a fight with the guy that takes off his shirt and be like, "Yeah, you were asking for it."
What the fuck?
I knew I was gonna have to fight someone like you today.
Would you like my opinion?
Yeah, so don't shift the fights in there.
Vibe check for you, Dylan. So I hate my personality, right? Because I can feel like I understand why in commercial gyms you wouldn't allow people to take off their shirts, yeah? And it's the same thing of like some people just go to gym for no distractions, no like, I don't know how to describe it, for not intense fitness culture, which I feel like taking off your shirt is definitely associated with, right? People might look at you and then feel concerned, or not concerned, but feel some type of way about their own body because of the way that you look. And you want everybody in commercial gyms to almost feel good and accepted so that it can be a place for everybody. Whereas like a specific bodybuilding gym or a specific powerlifting or CrossFit gym, you're all focused on that one goal, so it might be a little bit more lenient. In terms of commercial gyms as a whole, I hate them because I can't do the things that I like. So first of all, if a workout is hectic, where at gym now I can shout if I want, or I can scream or grunt through a rep. In commercial gyms, I don't think that's okay.
Yeah.
Literally the other day we were training at Planet and we were all deadlifting, and the weight I had was pretty heavy, but like Merlin was doing like 200 or some shit. And the noise it made when it hit the ground, like it was a
We're gonna get kicked
cause
out.
for concern. Yeah, 100%. When it really shouldn't be. Like, I hear that normal in the gym. So the one thing I had to get used to when I started powerlifting was all the noises in the gym. Because people will drop weights, people will like, I don't know,
Scream.
shout, exactly. Whereas I'm so used to commercial gyms where that shit's not allowed. Yeah, 100%. And I think one of the best times I had training was in uni. Because my uni gym was always quiet. Bro. So I'd be in there some days on my own. And I feel like 90% of my strength comes from when I bark. And it's very, like a dog. I feel like I'm my strongest when I'm allowed to bark, which I haven't done in my actual gym. Because I'm still a bit scared. Like, I can grunt and stuff, but I feel the most fucking bad.
Take us through this.
I was hoping you'd allow it, bro.
I've literally never... Yeah, I've never heard you bark.
Yeah, because it's very weird.
Yeah, like for me, looking like if you were to bark at any point of our gym career, I probably would have stopped. I'd probably like, Lips, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, I would fully understand because it's literally just like it gets me in the zone to lift so fucking hard, and I don't know. That's why I don't tell people.
I'm imagining it now.
Oh my god!
It is so funny. I can just imagine Liv, like literally like while you're doing a bicep curl like this, and he's just going.
It's not like that, bro. It's not like that.
Dave, like this, bro.
See, for me, I don't imagine like a bunch of barks. I imagine like a singular, like.
Why am I barking like a corgi, man? Why don't I get a solid half, bro? Why is that not me?
Like benches.
Oh.
I would watch that video. If someone sent me a video of a guy in a gym just benching, just watching everyone's reactions.
My biggest mistake was thinking that this was a safe place. That's what I 100% regret.
So did you learn to bark? I can't do this. I can't take this seriously.
So,
It's a bit half an hour.
You know what? The thing of being able to be vulnerable with your friends is a scam. It's a scam. Oh my god.
You ready?
Rude ass.
Ready?
yeah, good.
So onto a completely unrelated topic.
My thought is Did you learn to bark at Monash? Like when you were there in uni?
Yeah, it was the first time I felt comfortable doing whatever.
So you've always known you could bark? Please, this isn't like what I'm saying. I mean, like, did you always know that
everyone can bark?
What does this mean?
It's like, I don't know, whenever I'm about to lift, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a serious amount of weight. Where I gym now, I get in a zone, but it's a completely different zone to when I'm just like, okay, this needs to come up raw power.
Like pure animalistic.
Exactly. It feels like
okay.
I'm, I don't know, going back to a primal fuck off, whatever. And
I
don't know, it sends me into a different zone when I'm able to do it.
Mm.
But when I'm gymming normally, it like I said, and like you guys have just shown me, it's not acceptable to do in public. It's like a tennis player's grunt. Tennis players' grunts sound mad, bro.
Yeah,
if you're watching a tennis match, they're literally grunting like fuck, and you're like, why would you do that? Like, it's because it makes them play better. That's like me, but I would never bark if it meant lifting better. I can't do it. I'd rather leave it all like away and then like Piccolo with the weighted clothing when I'm at IPF Worlds and I'm about to fucking deadlift like 350 kgs.
Here comes Level, the dog, Missy Mother.
I'm having the worst time today. Why did I tell that story? Oh, yeah.
I appreciate you telling this.
Thank you. You suck. But yeah, in my uni days where I wasn't limited by social acceptability, I could lift a lot more. And I feel like in commercial gyms, you would never be able to find what your bark is because there are so many rules and regulations in place and you just want to act right. You know what I mean?
That's fully like 100%.
Mm.
Because like even for me, like when I'm deadlifting, like I'll put a lot of conservation into dropping down the weight slowly to be sure it doesn't slam, to like not make sure I don't get like
fine.
Like an old lady being like, what's he doing? Yeah. Bro, there's so many old people at Virgin Active. You guys need to sort that out. Like, put an
all
age
of them
limit.
or just a specific one?
Lone Hill,
What's
man.
wrong
I
with the
don't.
old people working out?
Bro, they get so offended. Also, they don't care about COVID. If they could lick the machines, they would. You guys aren't there for longevity, is my thing.
All of the 60-plus-year-olds that watch this pod.
Sorry, Phyllis.
You ain't keeping it tight no more.
Get out of my gym.
But yeah, like you go and you like lift the weight and they get offended that you're doing that. They're like, in this gym. No, yeah.
Have you ever been shouted at in the gym?
No, I'm not the type of guy who would do a lot of things before that. Like for me, one of the worst videos I could ever watch is someone getting shouted at in gym for lifting weight.
Yeah,
like,
but
it makes
sometimes
me,
it's
like,
unwarranted, bro.
Oh, 100%.
Sometimes people are just wanting to be assholes. It's weird. There's this one video I watched recently. It was like, this guy he had like almost 250, 300 kgs on the bar for squats. And then the guy came up to me. He's like, hey, man, sorry, this isn't a powerlifting gym. Like, I'm so sorry, but you have to stop. Like, I'll refund you your money for the day, like, if you want me to. And, like, the manager was so nice about it. But I'm thinking in my head while he's talking to him, what is the issue with specifically squatting that much of amount of weight if you know you can? The way I perceive it, maybe, is because the video is short. There was no context. But I perceive it being like, he squatted that much, then he took like 10 minutes rest. Because you need to. And then he did it again, and then he took like 10, 20 minutes rest. And that's the only reason why I wouldn't... That's why I hated, before I joined this gym, I'd always train almost like similarly to powerlifters in terms of like my reps and my rests. And like I found programs online and things like that to try follow. But the one thing that I would hate was my rest times.
No.
Because I'd have to rest for longer, which apparently is a myth because nowadays I get 90 seconds and I have to be under the bar again, which is fine. Because I feel like it's training me. Yeah, but I don't think I'm lifting heavy enough to warrant a big rest like that.
Oh, it's like I was saying the other day. There's literally this guy at the gym. He was deadlifting for an hour and a half. The entire time I was at the gym, he was deadlifting in the squat rack.
That's also I was gonna bring up is like you guys have mentioned that I think last episode you said this, right? And wouldn't that be an issue with commercial gyms as well? Because you can't do that.
Yeah.
Like there's generally like the version I go to, there's one
Got right.
Smith machine where people squat, right?
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah. That's the thing. And
No, that's
what
the
do you
thing.
do?
it's inconsiderate because I think you have to, you can take it how it comes, because it's like if the gym's quiet and no one has like, because you know when people are trying to eye your archer machine, right? It's
100%.
always that walk around and
It's always the most sleazy process,
like
man.
you can tell someone wants your machine from a mile
Yeah,
away. You think you're
100%,
being
bro.
smooth, you come in.
God forbid, whenever I can feel that energy, I don't touch my phone. Because the second you go on your phone, they're like, oh, and he's just busy on his phone. And I'm like, what else must I do while I rest?
They've come up with like 4 arguments against you already by the time that you like
100%.
get there, and then it's like, hey, sorry, how many sets you got left there? And it's like, you saw me walk to the machine, you saw me come here.
Bro, honestly, the worst. Fuck. But yeah, no, I hate commercial gyms. I just feel so, not limited, because they are very like, you know, good in terms of the amount of machines that they have and the amount of
The diversity,
diversity in workouts that you can actually get at a commercial gym.
something for everyone,
Something for
just not
everyone.
powerlifters.
Yeah, just not
Fuck them.
powerlifters. Yeah, but it's fine. Like, I needed to go through commercial gyms to know what it is that I actually want to do with my fitness career. So I'm happy about it.
Oh, nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
it's like a good intro, because I feel like if your first ever gym was like a CrossFit gym or powerlifting gym or a boxing gym, you might feel some type of way
Going to a commercial.
going
gym.
to a commercial
Oh,
gym. But I didn't know any better, so I just accepted everything. But yeah.
Fuck CrossFit. I hate that. I hate that. fucking
Did I ever
sport.
tell you about that one time I went to Planet and I tried to do snatches? It felt like I was like burning the Declaration of Independence or something.
Yeah,
bro.
the way
Like,
people
it felt
look
like I was
at
doing
you-
a crime
Oh.
while I was snatching.
Bro, the way people look at you when you're doing something that's not in the complete norm of gym, you would swear that you're an imbecile.
100%, dude. But that's another thing that I hate about commercial gyms, is that there's a lot of opinions that you can just feel, bro. Like, I remember like doing calisthenics in commercial gyms, doing like a heavy weight in commercial gyms. Eyes are on you, bro. And I always
Ooh.
make a point of, especially when I'm like in front of a mirror, I'll look down. Like during my rest times, I look down. I don't people watch because I hate it when you just clock somebody staring at you for the entire freaking session. And you're just like, okay, safe, what do you do? And then you get David's toxic mentality of, oh, I'll give you something to look at. Then you rack more weight. And then you start shooting reps that you never wanted to. But now you're like, I need to teach someone a lesson today.
Oh, and it's terrible as well, because at Lonely, like when I go normally, it's like it's high school central, and you know that vibe there where it's just testosterone, everyone hates you kind of thing, and then it sends me back in like a loop. I feel like I'm in grade 11 again. I got something to prove. I'm like, wait, I got a job. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah,
These kids have
100%.
to walk.
I could drive wherever I want.
No, they're waiting for
You're
their
getting
mom to
fit.
pick them up outside. You know, I'm competing with them.
Yeah, I hate being weaker than people younger than me, bro.
Let's be honest.
It's genuinely, it's toxic, but I hate it. Like now, this season, I need to become the strongest person in this entire area. Otherwise, I'll be pissed off still with myself. I have to be.
I like it. Let's write it down.
It's toxic though, because there are people that weigh more than me that will definitely stay stronger than me.
For me, the biggest thing now, as soon as like someone's stronger than me, I'm like, yeah, but what do you weigh?
Yeah.
And like it's so weird. I'm just like, what do you weigh then? Hey, what did you weigh in there?
Yeah. What do you weigh now?
65 still.
It does not make sense how you weigh 65. Like, it just doesn't.
You can get the
I
scale.
weigh 65.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Get the scale.
I'm not gonna get this.
Live weighing, ladies and gentlemen.
No, but that's mad, dude. 65 is crazy.
Yeah.
I literally weigh 65. I know I'm taller than you, which is
Yeah,
probably the
I
thing,
need
right?
to bring it up. People don't on the pod. They don't see how tall I am.
I'm as tall as David, but
Just
Gotcha,
6 foot. Yeah, 100%. But wait, there's apparently a scale that you use to calculate
I remember how you told me about
proportionally
this.
how strong you are versus somebody of a different weight. So it's like you put in your weight and then what you lifted, and then there's a bunch of other metrics that I'm not sure about, but it essentially tells you whether or not you are stronger than someone. So like Davey would argue back in the day that me and him were the same strength, but we were lifting the same weight, and I always weighed like 20 kgs more than him. So he's stronger than me because he weighs less, but never wanted to admit it for some reason.
I think now you're definitely stronger than me.
Nah,
Dude, my
definite.
deadlifts and my squats are
Yeah,
disgusting.
but those are leg movements, and you never train legs. And I train legs 3 times a week. So, well, I did for like. 2
I actually
months.
wanted to put up PSA. I'll do it now. No, I won't. But I literally wanted to find someone. Obviously, I would, if I could go to the yard, I would. But I wanted to
Come
find
through,
someone
they'll be
who
lovely to-
train,
they'd love to have
train
you.
legs with, because I realized my leg training is shit.
What do you do?
Exactly. Moving on to the viewer vibe check.
No, you got the beer vibe check ready for
You
this
get-
week.
Oh, you got it. Yes, I thought I was gonna have to give you time. I thought I was gonna have to spin a whole story again.
Nah, go for it, bro.
No.
All right, well,
No,
we can
no.
get into view of object. You guys ready for that?
Yeah.
So this one is from Ali.Taylor16.
Oh yeah.
Big L.
Should we just tell them what the prompt was this week?
One word only.
One word only.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, it was indeed.
Why was it like that?
I don't know. I just was feeling spicy.
You know what's funny, and you know why I didn't bring it up?
Yeah.
Because 6 out of the 7 on my screen are not one words.
Ah, nice.
People don't care. People like
Literally.
listen to the vibe check.
One of
Yeah,
them
so-
literally says meal prep. I know it's not one word.
hate that.
But yeah, so this one, we'll get into the meal prep maybe. But Ali Taylor, this is vibe check on anime.
Ooh.
Take it, Dave.
Okay, so next one.
No, Dave is gonna take it because this guy is very.
So for me,
opinionated.
I feel good vibes, but from a very naive point of view of I've never watched it, but just to hear the stories. No.
I've never watched one in my life, but yo, good vibes.
No, I
eh?
used to watch DBZ and stuff, but apparently even one I was watching wasn't canon, and I was pissed off.
GT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was the be or end all, and I was like, I don't want Super Sentai, I want Monkey Goku, and it's like, yeah, but he's not canon. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Very rude.
But literally the way that a lot of fans of anime talk about like things like Attack on Titan and things like that, bro, you like it means a lot to like.
you would swear it was good.
Yeah, God forbid I actually watched it.
God forbid I took time out of my life.
That is the thing, like the community behind anime, bro. They are in it.
Yeah.
This is what I'll say about anime. Yeah, if you do not like anime, you're very close-minded,
Ooh.
or you don't care enough. Because for me, there are so many different genres of anime that I cannot fathom you not liking a single one. Like, not all anime is the try-hard friggin' anime kid with the... He doesn't got a lot of strength, but he's got something to prove.
He's got a bit of heart.
He's
to
got a
it.
lot of heart. It's
got
the
a
heart
lot
of the
of heart.
kids, heart of the kids, heart of the kids. But I feel like there's so many different, like, animes out there for you that you will be able to enjoy. It's just about finding the right one or one that you resonate with. And I feel like people who write off anime because of the subtitles or because it's cartoons or it's jarring to me, bro.
But you have to watch like a Disney animation and be fine with it.
We don't have to talk about we don't have to get into
But I'm interested to find out which ones, because from my perspective, I don't watch a lot of anime. The anime I've watched as well, Dragon Ball Z was a big one, and no, that's not anime.
Avatar.
Yeah.
Hey man, who knows? Who knows?
No, but see, from my perspective,
Isn't it?
I don't pay-per-view.
I hate this now that I can't look like this. I was like,
No,
Yeah,
it's not considered an
mean,
anime by
really?
some, and by some they do consider it an anime. I don't know what the criteria is, man.
I also don't know the criteria.
anime.
But is that the criteria?
I was thinking about the one guy who says that everyone pronounces anime wrong. It's actually pronounced like anime.
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 Makes sense.
Anime.
Yeah, so from my
Carry on.
perspective, like there's Bleach. I'm trying
Bleach
to think
is
of
amazing.
others. Like yeah, there's other One Punch Man. Is that anime?
Yes.
So like there's a lot of them. From my perspective, what I can see is there's a lot of anime that is very action orientated,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of anime that is very sci-fi.
Yeah.
Or,
Like,
like,
Gundam Seed and that kind
fantasy.
of stuff. Yeah.
Like, and
Sayo.
from my perspective, there's no normal cartoon anime. Is there? Maybe? Can you enlighten me?
Definitely. Peter, so during this thing that we used to do before I started like powerlifting and stuff, is every Wednesday we would have Weeb Wednesdays, where it would be a new anime every single week, and we'd be on a Discord server and we'd just watch the first 3 episodes. So it's like every single week we vote on some people will suggest anime, and then we'll vote on what to watch, and then we'll just watch it. And then a lot of them that we watched were pretty like chill, not actiony at all. Like there was this one where it was about ladies that do typewriting back in like the 1980s or something like that. I forgot what its name was, but it was literally like, it was a very calm anime. Like it was a mystery style anime, and less of the action, fighting, fantasy, punching and stuff like that, but more of like the murder mysteries type of stuff. So
that's cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And literally like the art direction of it was so interesting, because not all anime has the same art direction either. So I think that anime is one of the most diverse genres of anything that you can find, which is beautiful.
Oof.
And you can always find a community of people behind it that you can talk to about it, even if it's not your immediate friends, which I hate immediately.
Immediately.
It's because I started watching this one. In uni, there was this one girl that would always watch anime, and she'd always have it open up by her thing. And in uni, I think at that time I was watching an anime called, it wasn't The Legend of Sinbad. I think it was that.
Yeah, I've seen that. That's on Netflix.
It was the Netflix one, but then I watched the story that it comes from, which is Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. I'm not sure. I think it's Alibaba and something.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was watching that, and I was like super invested in it. And then I saw this one girl watching something, and then she was like, "Oh no, you should check it out. It's called Black Clover." Me being kind of like naive, whenever anyone recommends an anime to me, I'm normally like
Apprehensive.
Apprehensive is the word, bro.
You don't know what you're talking
Like, so
about,
I was like,
sweetheart.
I think I'm gonna stick to this, because there's a lot of episodes here, and after this I promised like 10 people I'd get into One Piece. And if you guys don't know about One Piece, they're like, when I started there were 800 episodes out, and I got to 4 and then got distracted, and then I started watching Black Clover. One of the best animes I've ever seen in my life.
I really need to jump on this train, man.
But see, it's so daunting. 800 episodes.
You don't have to. There are a lot of animes where it is like very like condensed, where it's like one season, like Saint Seiya.
Yeah, see, for me,
you can either watch the one that has 800 episodes or the season where it's like 30 episodes. Like there's so much. Like you don't have to commit to something that. Let me give you an anime. The next week you come back and tell me how you feel about it.
Okay.
Okay, I'll wait.
Go.
No, I'll think of it for Dave.
No, give us one now, because I'd like to go and watch
an anime.
Yeah,
but
I'll tell you next week. We'll tell you next week. Give us an assignment.
You know. Okay, fine. Go watch My Hero
Academia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that one for me was a very
Nice open.
It wasn't too hectic, and it was also concepts that you've seen before in other forms of media, so you'd probably be more open to it. So I feel like go watch My Hero.
Okay, sweet.
Very good.
Done.
Compelling story. Amazing characters. You'll find someone to fall in love with, even if it's not the main character. Which oftentimes happens in anime. But yeah, 100%. Now, the point of that story was I was apprehensive about that anime, but now I'm busy planning my next tattoo sleeve around Black Clover.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, 100%, dude. So beautiful, bro. So beautiful. So yeah, anime amazing vibes. Impeccable vibes. I recommend everybody go out, ask your anime friend, because you all have one, what they should get into.
Get them out. Get them out into some sunlight.
Get them out into some sunlight.
Get some fresh air.
After episode 800.
Oh gosh. But yeah, amazing vibes.
I like it.
Next vibe check. We're killing them.
Yeah, so we'll go, I guess, into this one that I mentioned earlier. This one is from Daniel Luke Eisenmunger.
Strong boy!
A returning viewer, not user. Meal prep.
Not one word, but we love it still.
I know it's not one word.
So
that's why he's so strong, because he actually meal preps.
yeah, meal
And
prep.
we don't.
That's when you got your life together. For me,
I'll be honest with you. When I was meal prepping this year, I had my life together.
100%.
I did.
When you meal prep, that's more impressive to me than a bank account. If you tell me to meal prep every day, I'm like,
It's more impressive than investment.
they're sorted. They don't need my help with anything.
100%. Bro.
When we talk about meal prep, do you mean like legitimately like mapping out what you're going to eat, or?
No, like
On
when
a
you,
Sunday.
your Sunday, you go and you cook
5
all your
scuff
beef,
teams
all your chicken,
at once.
all your beans, your cabbage, your spinaches, all your greens.
Freeze it all.
freeze
You
it.
don't freeze it. I just put mine in the fridge.
Oh, really?
Look at this guy. Thinks he got his life together. Oh, I'm putting my fridge. Oh, cool boy, eh?
I guess.
Yeah. Good vibes. No. Average vibes. Flatline. Because it can't be nice. It can't be good food on the Friday. It's been waiting there. It's got a bit stinky. You open it up, you wait a bit, and then you're like,
What foods are you meal prepping?
you tell me a chicken doesn't smell it smells the same from the day you cook it to the next day.
It's because you're putting it in the freezer. That's
You're telling me chicken smells the same. It
Yes.
doesn't.
It's
Chicken
fine.
or-
I think meal prepping is amazing vibes because it prevented me, at least, from eating trash for my lunch. So it's like everybody, during that time especially, because it was like when I was on the road a lot, everybody just eats takeaway. And because I was meal prepping, I was lucky where I could just find a microwave or stomach it and just chow my lunchbox, and then I was fine afterwards. So meal prepping saves you a lot of time to think about what you're eating, a lot of stress if you're trying to like reach a certain amount of macros or whatever. And also, it's just so convenient. Like, the only bad part about it is the time it takes to meal prep.
Yeah.
And after you can get past that, you aces, bro. You good. I think I lost like 3 kgs, 4 kgs.
I literally want to take this time to literally commend fucking Lebo throughout our high school career, eating a chicken salad every day for fucking lunch. I don't know how the fuck he did it.
You would have thought that man was getting 90s for his test. Right? The way that guy would walk around with a chicken salad.
It was like he was sponsored by chicken.
Chicken and that red wine vinaigrette.
Oh, fuck, man, that thing adds flavor.
Oh, man.
But honestly, how long did you do that for? 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years.
Every
11 and
single
12.
day. Did you do it on weekends?
No. Weekends I kind of just let myself go.
Bro, that dedication level. The dedication.
It was beautiful. But I feel like
ridiculous.
I don't know what that was. I can't lie to you. Like, I wanted to be healthy. And also, like, I think it was during the time where my parents had just started banting. So they were like, if you're going to eat unhealthily, you can't have the nice things that we make for you. You can get, like, unhealthy stuff. And I was like, oh, damn, I want to be healthy because I want to be skinny because I was fat in high school. And then when I look back at pictures of myself in high school, I wasn't fat in high school. I was just, like, about as chubby as a kid would be. And I feel like kids in high school and myself then would give myself a lot of stick, or you'd give yourself a lot of stick listening at home about how you look, but genuinely it's nothing about what you've done. Like, some people are born with good genetics, some people do sports every single day, you know. Everybody's different, so don't be hard on yourself because you're probably not as fat as you think. Because when I look back at pictures, wow, hey, I really was malnourished.
A fucking societal trap as well.
100%. Sometimes I'll look back at pictures and be like, oh shit, I used to weigh 75. I can't believe I'm 10 kgs heavier than that. And I was like, oh, I also was prepubescent. Like, I was a kid.
And Dave and I were talking about this the other day. I don't know when, but we were talking about body dysmorphia and how terrible it is in today's society.
100%.
Like, even, especially in high school for guys, well, okay, both guys and women. I mean, I'm only talking from my perspective, but us looking at fucking big guys in the gym and just always feeling absolutely cuck about yourself.
It's even worse now
because
because you have like social media and TikTok and things blowing up so much that you see these physiques that you're sad that you don't have at such a young age, when realistically that either took a lot of time, effort and money, or
you've heard it. The secret sauce, the little butter on the end of your steak. Steroids, kids. Everyone you know and love is on it. So don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. I've changed my opinion on steroids. Don't do it, man. It's not each to their own. No,
you literally missed Dylan and I's whole conversation today.
David is convinced that taking steroids will make him taller. I have to tell the audience at home that it will not. It will not make you taller. Don't take it if you think that you'll gain height from it. Look at the runner-up for Mr. Olympia 2021. That man is sourced as sourced can be. It is the most structured program of source that you have ever seen for him to come second, and he is still coming second and still 4 foot fuck off. So if you, David, think that we're on your one cycle of train, you will somehow magically shoot up to 6 foot, you are lost. You are lost.
It's okay, buddy. Tell me how the weather is down there.
This guy's
Anyway,
misguided.
next viewer vibe check, Dill.
You want to do one more? So this
Yeah,
one.
to get libs off my fucking back.
Okay, pick a number 1 to 3.
4.
It's just not even what I said at all.
I chose a real number to take my answer.
Yeah, 3. Split the difference, do 2.
This one is from a returning viewer.
Please don't tell me.
Rostad.c.
Hey, Rostad.c.
His vibe check is on taking social media breaks.
Ooh.
But
That nigga did not read the prompt.
yeah. Also, he added the 2 eyes. Just thought I'd let you know.
Oh, wait.
Libs, you want to
It's
take the
because
lead?
he's about to disappear from socials.
Yeah.
I know it.
He's like, I'm finna jump after this.
100%. Hi, Livs here, expert on taking social media breaks. I do it often when things get overwhelming. You need to. I feel like it rejuvenates you. It makes you feel a lot more connected to a lot different things. I'm not going to say better things. You just take time to appreciate other things other than socials. And when you're ready, if you're ready, you can go back and it'll be the exact same as you left it. Don't think you're missing out on anything, because recently I took 2 months off. 3 months. 2 to 3 months off. And I felt nothing afterwards. So yeah.
Just better though.
Just a lot better. Because I found myself caring way too much about IG. I can't lie. Because it gets to those stages where it's such a big part of your life, where you open your phone, you're looking at IG, you're busy scrolling on your IG feed, and you are like, let me look at my Explore feed, then let me look at my other IG account that I have. Let me look at DM this person. I mean, it's so jarring, like being on socials and caring so much. So I feel like if you have a healthy relationship with social media, you're not always on it. You know, you don't attribute any of your self-worth to social media, then it's fine. But I get to points where I do definitely get lost in socials, and I just need to take a step back. So yeah.
I saw an interesting article on this that said something about if you're looking to do it, to taking a social break, because obviously there's a lot of benefits because social is terrible. But this article said that every time you want to go onto a social network, take a sip of water. And I found that very interesting because a lot of people don't drink enough water during the day, including myself. And I did it the last time. I did it. And it was actually just really cool because I realized how much I drink water. It hasn't got me into water, to be honest, which I think that was the purpose.
Yeah.
But like you start to realize how many times you want to open your phone and go into that Instagram because
And blindly
it's
check it
ridiculous.
because you won't even pay attention because you'll check it 2 seconds later as well.
Exactly. And it's Liv's talking about last episode where you open up Instagram, you close it, and then you open it and refresh. It's ridiculous.
100%. Even when I take breaks from socials, I'll often find myself going through the same movement pattern that would get me to Instagram, but it's not there. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. And then I'll just carry on with my day. And then it's like, oh yeah, I forgot.
That's
Which is
wild.
weird, bro.
No.
Yeah, hundreds. What about you? You've never taken a break from socials?
Yeah. No. For me, mentally I switch off. Like I'll still use instant things that it will just keep me busy, but yeah, for me it's just I wish I would take more breaks from it. I don't know if it's because I'm hooked. Maybe it's unhealthy. Actually, yeah, me not knowing could be. But yeah, the world's just like, it can get very negative. And it's like
very
your
much
points,
so.
because it's like with social media these days, everything is so accessible to you that you will know everything that's happening in the world within 30 minutes of being on Facebook or Instagram.
Which is very powerful, but also very
Yeah,
dangerous.
it's like, it's super nice that we live in a world now where you can get information, but it's a lot to handle, especially if you can't do anything. Like for things like, obviously you can donate to things that are like happening in the world and like try help relieve problems, but it's like points you can't do it and you're just standing there with a bunch of people saying do this, or if you're not doing it, why would you do this? And like it almost feels like a bit of an assault.
You feel like a lot of pressure on yourself to do something about situations that you necessarily not only don't understand, but also that you how do I put it, that you it's gonna sound rude but couldn't fix
Yeah,
with just I don't know,
your
tap of
energy
a
there on
button.
Instagram.
Exactly. You can't, in your current capacity, be able to
Yeah.
fix the whole situation. You can do things to help, like donate to certain causes, which I feel like not everybody has the capacity to do. So when you can't donate and you can't change your behavior to fix it, what do you do?
Yeah. I mean, you can like help to spread awareness for it, but
Yeah.
it's like a lot of the times that happens, and then you're just kind of there, and like the whole kind of world like rushes onto you. I'm like, hey, shit's not that positive these days, and it's like,
But I was gonna say that this is the problem. Like,
Yeah.
is because that information is so accessible. The only thing that actually gets shifted around is negativity, and it's never positive news.
no,
So the thing you're always seeing is negativity. Is never positivity.
Yeah.
And there's so many positive things happening. But
yeah, and it gets so like driven down under everything that you never
Yeah,
actually know
but
about.
because negative stuff gets engagement, it's like Dill was saying. Literally, if you're able to polarize people's opinions,
You're
you're
gonna get
able
the
to
views.
get a lot of views, a lot of engagement, a lot of. I'll find myself watching videos that have more like hectically negative skewed titles than I will like positively skewed titles. You know what I mean? So,
Capitalism
just-
is spreading negative outcomes. There we go.
so what should the people switch to, Dave?
Communism.
Okay, I thought he was gonna say socialism, but I can see your dad Marx.
I don't
Your
know.
dad Marx peeking out
I
there.
don't know
Yeah,
what socialism is.
that's for another episode. It's fine.
That's for another
Yeah,
episode.
we don't talk politics on this channel.
We're in politics.
We're in politics, but register to vote. You can vote on
We're
1st of
politics.
November. We're not politics, just register to vote because your voice does matter, especially in municipal elections, because municipal elections are a lot closer than you'd think in terms of whether
To
or
vote.
not your voice does matter. So just take the time, go out and vote. It's very important.
Have
Your
some
voice
fun.
matters.
And on that lovely note, beautiful people,
read stuff and make sure it's true.
read your facts. Don't read the bullshit. Get off social if you need to. Fuck commercial gyms. Don't worry about failing that PR. You'll get it next time, kid.
Was that to future you when you watch this
Yeah.
episode back?
I just went and did the
Meal preps are great.
Anime is
Anime is-
amazing.
anime senpai.
Oh, good.
Thank you so much for tuning into this week's Vaabs podcast. That felt weird to say. Thank you so much for tuning in with us on Vaabs podcast.
His mouth was like, this doesn't feel natural.
I don't normally do the outros, so this one is going to be a bit of a rocky world for anyone involved. But thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe, comment. We love to hear you guys.
Yeah, 100%.
I
we
sleep
do
with all the
appreciate
comments.
What?
I put them on my pillow and I sleep like
Oh,
that.
nice. That's better.
Yeah.
That's more sweet.
Tune in for daily reels.
We'll get back on. By the time this comes back out, daily reels will be a thing.
Daily reels are a thing, don't you
Yes.
worry. And check out our Patreon, where you can get exclusive content like our beautiful adventures on Sundays. that
Yes,
Vince and I
Vaabs
take.
vlogs. Hopefully, by the time this comes out, you'll see the first Vaabs vlogs. I'm very excited for it. I'm editing it. It's
And-
gonna be sick. You're not gonna tell them about the process of what we did. Just know that I'm very, very excited. Look at my face. I'm so excited for this vlog. Dill doesn't even know. We literally did it without Dill as well, which is very exciting.
You're not wrong.
Yes, boy.
Check us out on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts.
We're accessible.
Anywhere you want. Anywhere you want. You want to find us on a Game Boy? Find us on a Game Boy.
You want to find us in your mom's dishwasher? Find us in your mom's dishwasher. Alexa! How? Yeah, neither do I.
If you want, play Alexa, the entire podcast on your Alexa Echo, and we'll watch it. Just record
I
it.
just realized me screaming Alexa, someone's Alexa might have switched on. I'm sorry.
I like it.
Yeah.
But for me, I've been David.
And I've been David's friend.
And I've been Dylan.
And with us, we are the DDC or the CDC. This is so shambolic. Please, someone help me out.
Thank you for watching this episode of Vaabs Podcast, everybody. If you want to find us, make sure to type in Vaabs Podcast on all socials. If you're taking a break from socials, we will miss you. But if you come back, sub and follow Vaabs Podcast. Thank you so much. Dylan, any final words for the boys, for the gals, for the people that don't identify as either?
Let's do it together. Keep
Vibing.
vibing.
Sacramento. Anime.
Look at your way.
What, you want to be a part of it?